Picture someone walking through their neighborhood at a pace so gentle they could recite their grocery list without losing breath. Heart barely elevated. No sweat on the forehead, shoulders relaxed. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening, like they're wasting their time. But inside that person, at the cellular level, an industrial rebuild is already underway. Power plants are being constructed. Fuel lines are being rerouted. The heart is quietly re-engineering itself to do more with less. And here's the strange part. The slower they go, the bigger the rebuild gets. Most people believe cardio has to hurt to count, that if you're not gasping, not soaking the shirt, not crawling off the treadmill, you didn't really earn anything. The science says the exact opposite for the specific adaptations we're about to walk through. Push the pace into the burning zone, and you shut down the very pathways that make low-intensity work so ridiculously powerful for longevity. Harder is not better here. Harder actively cancels the upgrade. So today we're looking strictly at the physiology of 30 consecutive days of Zone 2 cardio. That means 60 to 70% of your max heart rate, a true conversational pace, nothing more. No training philosophy, no motivation speeches, just the mechanisms. I'm going to walk you through this week by week, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You're going to see exactly which adaptation switches on in what order and why going harder sabotages the entire protocol from the inside. By the end, you'll understand what's happening inside your body on any given day of those 30 and why the slowest walk of your week might be doing more for your next 30 years than any sprint ever could. Day 1 starts now. Week 1. Days 1 through 7. From the outside, nothing is happening. You're walking, maybe on a treadmill, maybe through a park, maybe up and down your street. Heart rate sitting somewhere around 60 to 70% of your max. You can hold a full conversation without gasping. If anything, it feels too easy to be doing anything useful. Inside your muscle cells, your fuel economy is being rewritten. Here's the setup. Most sedentary adults are what scientists call metabolically inflexible. That means your body has forgotten how to burn fat. Even when you're sitting on the couch doing absolutely nothing, your cells are reaching for sugar first, because that's all they've practiced for years. Your fat stores sit there untouched, like a full pantry you never open. Zone 2 is the key that unlocks the pantry. At this exact intensity, and almost only at this intensity, your cells sit in what researchers call the fat oxidation sweet spot. A hormone called hormone-sensitive lipase switches on inside your fat tissue, which is the signal that releases free fatty acids into your bloodstream. Your mitochondria, the tiny engines inside every cell, grab those fatty acids and burn them for energy. Go faster, and that signal shuts off. Your body panics, dumps sugar into the bloodstream instead, and the fat-burning window slams closed. By day 5 or 6, something strange starts happening. The fat burning doesn't stop when your walk ends. Your cells have started remembering how to do this. You're sitting at your desk answering emails, and your body is quietly pulling fuel from your belly and your thighs. The adaptation leaks into the rest of your day. That's week 1. A fuel switch, week 2, days 8 through 14. This is where the biology gets genuinely incredible. Your cells start building new engines. Mitochondria, quick refresher. Tiny structures inside every one of your cells that turn food and oxygen into usable energy. More mitochondria means more energy, better recovery, less inflammation, and, according to nearly every longevity researcher on the planet, a longer health span. Around day 10, your body flips a specific genetic switch called PGC1 alpha. Think of it as the head foreman of a construction crew. When it gets activated, it sends out orders across your cells to start manufacturing brand new mitochondria from scratch. not bigger ones, more of them. Over the following weeks of consistent Zone 2 work, mitochondrial density inside your slow-twitch muscle fibers can climb 30 to 40%. Your cells become denser, cleaner, more powerful little power plants. And here's the part that breaks most people's intuition. This foreman only shows up for work when you stay slow. The moment you push into Zone 3, where you're breathing hard and can only speak in short sentences, the signaling pathway changes. Your body stops calling for new mitochondria and starts prioritizing short-term sugar burning instead. GC1 alpha goes quiet. The construction crew goes home. You got sweaty. You got tired. You built almost nothing. The single mechanism most tightly linked to a longer, healthier life only maximally activates when you stay almost bored. That cellular power plant boom you just saw? It's the headline adaptation, but it's only half the story for people making training decisions. In the next couple of days, I'm publishing a video breaking down Zone 2 versus HIIT 30 days head-to-head, showing exactly which adaptations each protocol owns and which one actually wins for longevity versus performance. Because most people pick the wrong one for their real goal and burn months of training on it. Subscribe and hit the bell so it lands in your feed. Back to your 30 days, week 3. Days 15 through 21. The construction zone moves out of your cells and into your cardiovascular system. Your heart starts remodeling. Each beat now moves slightly more blood than it did on day 1 because the left ventricle, the main pumping chamber, has begun to stretch and fill more completely between beats. Bigger fill, bigger output. Around now, you check your resting heart rate one morning and it's dropped 3 to 7 beats per minute. This is where people get confused. A lower resting heart rate doesn't mean your heart is getting lazy. It means your heart has become so efficient it needs fewer beats to deliver the same oxygen. Same work, less effort. At the same time, your working muscles are growing new plumbing. Capillary density, the count of tiny blood vessels feeding each muscle fiber, can rise 10 to 20% in just a few weeks. More pipes mean more oxygen reaching the mitochondria you just spent week 2 building. The factory now has better delivery routes. Your blood vessels themselves get smoother. The inner lining, the endothelium, starts producing more nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes your artery walls and drops your blood pressure. The entire plumbing system of your body quietly upgrades itself. Week 4. Days 22 through 30. Everything converges. Your insulin sensitivity climbs. Your cells respond to insulin with less resistance, which means your blood sugar spikes. After meals get smaller and your fasting insulin drops. The same pancreas doing the same job with less strain. Your lactate threshold shifts upward. You can walk faster, climb stairs faster, carry groceries further before your legs start to burn. The ceiling on ordinary effort rises, and then there's the part almost nobody sees coming, your brain. That same PGC1 alpha pathway that built mitochondria in your legs also operates inside your neurons. Sustained aerobic exercise raises a molecule called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which acts like fertilizer for the cells in your hippocampus, the memory center of your brain. Sharper memory, steadier mood, better focus. The same slow, unimpressive walk that rebuilt your muscles has been quietly rebuilding your brain the entire time. 30 days in, you are not the same person who started. Not at the cellular level, not at the cardiovascular level, not at the neurological level. Step back and look at the full arc. Day 1, you were a person walking at a pace that felt pointless. Day 30, you are a different machine. Denser mitochondria, a stronger, slower beating heart, more capillaries feeding your muscles, sharper insulin response, a brain that's been quietly fertilized by every single one of those unimpressive walks. And here is the part worth sitting with. If you had pushed harder, if you had chased the burn, if you had turned every session into a sweat-soaked effort, most of this would not have happened. The foreman would have gone home. The fat-burning switch would have flipped off. The slowness itself was the active ingredient. So the protocol is simple: 3 to 4 sessions per week, 30 to 45 minutes each, at a pace where you can still hold a conversation. Use a heart rate monitor or just use the talk test. If you can't speak in full sentences, you're going too hard. Slower than feels productive is the correct dose. The most powerful biology your body is capable of doesn't announce itself. It doesn't leave you gasping on the floor. It doesn't make you feel like you earned it. It happens quietly, at an intensity that feels like almost nothing, while you walk through your neighborhood narrating your grocery list. That boring walk tomorrow isn't a waste of a workout. It's the invisible construction site where the next 30 years of your body are being built, one unimpressive step at a time.